Hellos, welcomes back everyone, and Wolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic, playing as Theia here, my bounty hunter on the world of Dromund Kaas. Where we last left off, we were over at the unfinished Colossus, and we turned in the first of 3 bounties needed to gain the final place within the Great Hunt. We now need to go see an Imperial Admiral about our second target. Before we do that, we actually have 2 bits of mail, one of which I forgot to mention earlier. So we did receive a message from that Republic scientist, Albea. You're probably gonna find this silly, but I wanted to tell you I made it home in one piece after you saved me from Farthra's palace. I know I wasn't the reason why you were there, but I can't think of anyone on Hotter who wouldn't have just shot me for the credits in my pocket, let alone an Imperial bounty. So, I hope this helps you in the Great Hunt, and be careful out there. It wasn't hard for me to dig up this address. And we actually just received a message from Lord Altaka. Mother advised me against this, but my vision has mostly returned, and I wanted to give my own thanks. I shudder to think of what my life would have been like stuck on Dromund Kaas. I may have escaped the work camp, but I was still a slave to Lady Daka. I know she's an Imperial, but she was so different back when our paths first crossed. She gave me a reason to respect the Imperials. Now all I can see is the sneering hag she turned into, and I still cannot believe that witch tried to kill me. Home isn't how I remembered it, but Alderaan at war is still better than Dromund Kaas at the best of times. I wouldn't wish that dismal place upon anyone. Hopefully by now, you have moved on to greener pastures. So, someone actually happy that we claimed them as a bounty, it seems.
Destination?
Let's go find this Admiral and see what our second bounty has to do with him.
This is the office of Admiral Frabal of the Imperial Navy. Do you have business here?
I'm here to see the Admiral. Let me in.
I'm afraid the Admiral is not seeing vagrants today. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm very busy.
Let me in there. Now.
I really couldn't care less what you...
What's all that racket out there, soldier?
There's a quarrelsome individual here, Admiral. Rather dirty, too.
Quarrelsome? You're as weak as you are stupid. I requested a mercenary from the Mandalorians. Send that person in immediately.
Yes, sir. You may go in now.
Never stand in my way again.
The Admiral is waiting.
It's hard to find good help these days.
Come in, mercenary. I apologize if my secretary caused you grief. He is of low birth, and his intelligence reflects it. I'm afraid many of our Imperial soldiers are hopeless with delicate tasks. This is, of course, why I asked for a professional.
If it's delicate you want, it's delicate you'll get.
I have every faith in the Mandalorian Enclave's ability to get things done discreetly. My daughter has become something of a liability to me. I want you to kill her.
That's something you don't hear every day.
Then I'll assume you're newly arrived to Dromund Kaas. Things work a bit differently here. My daughter was born Force-sensitive and trained to be Sith. A great honor for our family. Unfortunately, my daughter's master is one Lord Grathan, a madman who is now disgraced in the eyes of the Dark Council.
This is some political move for you?
Less a move than a response, but yes. If Lord Grathan's compound is raided and my daughter captured or killed, every member of her family will suffer. This is Sith politics. In the best-case scenario, I lose my rank and position. In the worst...
You get squashed like a bug?
An inelegant way to phrase it, but yes. Lord Grathan is a paranoid madman. His compound is built to withstand a siege, but a lone infiltrator will take them by surprise. My daughter is somewhere inside Lord Grathan's compound. Her name is Veretta. You will know her as she resembles me closely.
I'll handle this. Quiet and quick.
Hang on, I've been running some data. Turns out renegade Sith Lord followers rack up death marks like crazy. Lord Grathan's top people all have prices on their heads.
Lord Grathan's flunkies might be other hunters' targets.
If that's true, we'll look extra impressive if we get those bounties first.
Remember, discretion is essential. Do not let yourself be captured. Good luck.
Oh, yeah, we maybe shouldn't have mentioned that in front of the Admiral.
You have your assignment. My daughter is inside Grathan's compound.
Very well. And we can also look into these estate overlords working on behalf of Lord Grathan. So the Admiral wants us to kill his own daughter. An unusual bounty target, but very well. There is a optional mission here in Kaas City. We'll look into doing it a little later. But now, let us get down to a structure known as the Wall, which is just outside of Lord Grathan's estate. Before we leave Kaas City, map. Lord Grathan's estate is relatively large and based on the southern side of the map here. Sorry for the pause. I just realized I did remember where the world boss is here on Dromund Kaas. That's right. Before you reach Grathan's estate, there is a structure known as the Wall, where the Imperial forces are trying to contain this rogue Sith's ambitions. So we're going to be traveling through the wilds once again. An Imperial probe droid here. who is broadcasting a bounty. Darth Hadra of the Dark Council has orchestrated a sly power play here in the Upper Wilds, laying claim to a trove of relics that rightfully must be turned over to the Empire. Her disloyalty and audacity cannot go unpunished. Track down the seized relics in Hadra's encampment south of Kaas City and cleave through her forces to locate her own personal stash. Darth Hadra's apprentice, one Lord Arash, will be guarding this precious cache. Silence the apprentice to teach her master the price of defying the Empire. So we must recover 25 of these hoarded relics and then find Darth Hadra's personal supply. This used to be an Area 4 quest where it was highly recommended you complete this quest with at least another player and both of your companions being active. But as I mentioned, with Knights of the Fallen Empire, they have made the enemies you encounter in this region much easier. So some of Hadra's Imperial soldiers are carrying some of the relics, and they've managed to store some of them away. Unfortunately for these Imperial soldiers, they simply backed the wrong person, it seems. Such is the world of Sith power politics. Okay, we have all of the relics we need to grab. We now just need to get Lord Arash's attention. Thank you, Mako. This token is a signification that the owner is the personal apprentice of the mutinous Darth Hadra. Map. We head back along this way. I mean, there is another quest we can actually pick up over here.
I used to be respected, you know. My word carried weight. One tiny mistake and suddenly no one trusts me. My troops were acting strangely, plotting something. Obviously they were traitors. All the warning signs were there. The smart move was to kill them all. How could I know they were planning a surprise party for my promotion?
You killed all the troops under your command?
I was under a lot of stress at the time. I've got my wits about me now. You have to listen to me. This time I'm not being paranoid. This time, I've identified a major threat to Imperial security. There are Kubaz spies all over the jungle, and they're invisible. You can only see them when lightning flashes disrupt their stealth technology.
What are Kubaz? Are they our enemy?
Those long-snouted alien freaks spy for whoever pays them. But the Empire wouldn't contract them for surveillance on Dromund Kaas. The Empire's enemies are up to something. The Kubaz are here assessing our strengths and weaknesses for them. I just know it. Scour the jungle, watch the lightning flashes, and strike when you see a Kubaz. Kill the snouted scum and bring me proof.
Okay. The Imperial captain might be going a little bit mad. He might have been out in the jungle a tad too long. But he has marked a location on our map where he believes he saw these Kubaz scouting Imperial interests. And wouldn't you know it, there is actually a Kubaz here hiding behind this tree. Clear the area of these Kubaz spotters.
These
And we are.
monoliths have seen better days. I wonder what it used to be. Then again, I probably don't want to know the answer.
Yeah, you probably don't. So we're looking for a Kubaz hollow communicator. See if we can crack their communication code and see what they were talking about. Ooh, what's that?
You're gonna get it now.
See, there's something of interest down there. Did I just see an elite enemy? I think I did. Yes, I did. Okay, excellent. We have the holo communicator now on our person. Suppose that can be the proof the captain needs that the Kubas are indeed here on Dromund Kaas. Oh, our experience booster came to an end.
Aha! A holocommunicator with Kuba's markings on it! This will shut up those fools calling me paranoid! With this, I'll finally prove there are spies all around us. My superiors can't ignore this kind of evidence. You've done a great service for both me and the Empire, my friend. Take this, and my thanks. I'll have the respect I deserve around here again. Thanks for your help.
You are welcome. And let us continue our journey south towards the wall.
You know, this place might have been pretty once. I wonder what it was like before the Sith.
Pretty much the same, I would imagine. Which is why the Sith chose it.
Considering that the Empire rules every corner of this planet and the amount of nasty wildlife I've seen so far, I'm not sure I want to know what a wall that size is keeping out.
Or keeping in. So, we do need to cross beyond the wall to head towards Lord Graffin's estate. And we do have a heroic mission here from Lord Shalaf. But for now, we actually have a world mission. Normally the purple triangle here indicates it's either a class or the world mission. And we may as well involve ourselves.
Ah, mercenary. Already word of your feats has reached those knowledgeable in Kaas City. I am the apprentice and voice of Darth Charnas. I speak in his name and I would bargain for your services.
I'm paying attention.
I require individuals capable of gaining prestige in a society weaned on secrecy and madness. Individuals who can earn respect, if not love. I need infiltrators to eliminate an enemy of the Sith. You would serve well.
You're wanting to hire me?
If you like. Our enemy is the Order of Revan, a cult of fools hidden at every stratum of Imperial society. For years, the Revanite heretics have secretly recruited military officers, powerful Sith, wealthy mercenaries, anyone who can add to their power.
What makes them heretics?
Instead of following the Emperor and his Dark Council, the Revanites follow a long-dead Sith Lord, tainted by Jedi ways. If you can uncover the Revanite leader's identity for us, my master will reveal him to the Dark Council. His destruction would be assured. All you have to do is join the cult. I can get you inside, but you must earn their trust.
I earn their trust, I earn my fee. Is that right?
Indeed. The Revanites have a secret compound in the jungle. Take this token to the cultist at the entrance. He will initiate you. Earn an audience with their leader. When you have seen his face, return here, and you shall have your reward. My master must know the identity of the Revanite leader.
Seems straightforward enough. Locate, identify this Revanite leader, identify him to Sandor and his Darth Charnus.
Please use all products only as intended. Be well.
Because the Revanites, this Order of Revan, would like us to travel to Lord Graffin's estate, it is worth indulging Sandor and his quest and getting this out of the way now, as there are quite a few reasons to go visit this Lord Graffin. This certainly seems like the place marked on the map Sandor gave us.
Did you lose your way in the jungle? You have my sympathies, but we can't help. We have no food or water to offer. There's nothing for you here, and strangers are not welcome in this place. You'd best be going.
I'm not leaving. I'm here to join the Order of Revan.
I'm afraid I don't know what you're talking about, or... Ah, you do have the token. Someone must have had great faith in you to send you our way. Welcome to the Order of Revan, Initiate. Welcome to your new life.
I'm looking for the Revanite leader. Am I talking to the right man?
No, I only guide Initiate along the path. This place is our haven, built by the Master and protected by the faithful. Here we leave our duties to the Empire behind. This is where the Master guides us in the mysteries of Revan, the one who began a Jedi but grew into a Sith, and then something more.
Why would a Jedi join the Sith? What do you mean by something more?
As a Jedi, Revan was a warrior who slaughtered armies. As a Sith, Revan was a teacher who trained 1,000 dark apprentices. Eventually, Jedi and Sith both turned on Revan. But instead of being destroyed, Revan was reborn.
What do you mean, reborn? What was Revan's final fate?
Revan was stripped of power, stripped of life, of memory, and left to rot. And still, Revan relearned the ways of the Force. The reborn Revan destroyed Jedi and Sith, and came to Dromund Kaas. Although Revan's life ended here, the Master preserved that life, so that we may learn from it.
You know I'm not even Imperial, right? This isn't my thing.
Sith or not, Imperial or not, Revan taught many people. Anyone can benefit from our work. Take part in our rituals, learn Revan's path to greatness, succeed, and you earn the right to join us.
What do I have to do to meet the Master? I'm eager to speak to him.
Around you, you'll find your new teachers, Revanites who have spent their lives recovering the works of Darth Revan. Speak to them. Complete the tasks you are given. When you are through, return to me, and the Master will give you your final lessons.
Very well. Prove ourselves to these other Revenites, complete their tasks, and this master will reveal himself. And level 24.
There's nothing else I can do for you until you finish the trials. Talk to the other teachers. They'll help.
Excellent. And we have a codex entry here on the compound we found ourselves in. Outsiders in Sith society, followers of the philosophies of the mysterious Darth Revan, meet in a hidden enclave in the jungles of Dromund Kaas, submitting any who wish to join them to rigorous tests to establish their loyalty and sincerity. Originally, the Revenites met in Kaas City to study Revan's teachings, but as suspicions arose about the Revenites' loyalties to the Emperor and to the Dark Council, they were forced to conceal their activities. At first, they took shelter in the compound of a prominent Sith Lord, but when that Sith was assassinated, presumably for supporting the Revenites, they were forced to relocate their sacred texts and relics and build their sanctuary in the jungle. Revenites inside the Imperial military and the Sith have kept the compound from appearing on most scans of the area. Explorers who stumble upon the compound are rarely heard from again.
Come here. Come closer. You are among the initiates who wish to join our order, and this is good. But tell me something. You are here because of the Order of Revan. Are you ready to die for us?
Not sure I followed that.
Consider carefully, for every Revanite must face the trial of death, just as Revan died at the hands of the Jedi and Sith. Death freed Revan, left him unbound from all oaths and promises. It paved his road to rebirth. Will death free you from your past?
One way or the other, I'm ready to find out.
Before us is a path. Beyond the path is a cave. A cave dedicated to Darth Revan. Initiates fall on the path. Initiates are torn apart by things inside the cave. But initiates who reach the end are reborn, remade.
You expect me to go to this cave?
I expect nothing of you. The choice to walk the path of Revan or to return to the life you left is yours. The path is here. The cave. The cave will be more trying.
I'm following you.
Go. Free yourself from the life you've made. The petty choices, the mistakes, the oaths sworn. All of it will be washed away. It will be terrible. It will be glorious. When the deed is done and you have reached the end of the cave, return to me.
Okay. Locate this cave dedicated to Revan. Walk his path. Sounds a little crazy, but so be it.
Is that supposed to be the Emperor? He looks kind of cozy, but why build a monument all the way out here?
Yeah. Is it meant to be the Emperor? Who can say? Before we head over to the cave dedicated to this Darth Revan, there is another elite enemy. Just around this corner here. Oh, never mind, a champion enemy. This defective demolition droid. actually claimed a lightsaber. And a statue here. A statue of Kresh. And at its base, it tells us of a codex entry of the Kresh bloodline. Since before the Great Hyperspace War, the Kresh bloodline was a proud and noble one. Pure-blooded Sith Lords strong in the Force were born to the Kresh line generation after generation. Statues and monuments to Kresh champions could be found all across Dromund Kaas, until the Emperor declared the Kresh name an abomination and ordered all evidence of the family to be destroyed. The reasons why are no longer clear, if they ever were. Once the task is complete, the Order itself was wiped from history. Some believe that the last scion of the Kresh bloodline somehow betrayed the Emperor, but anyone who knows the truth keeps it to themselves. Either some slaves who have been freed, or the Order of Revan have reprogrammed these Imperial probe droids, made them hostile. Looks like someone has already beaten us here to the cave itself. Let's look away for a moment. Do. So how are you all doing today? What if we just... Oh, there you go. Just try not to pay attention.
That's Revan. I heard he took that mask from a Mandalorian before he started his crusade to drive them out of the galaxy.
So this is the altar. And the very few relics they must have moved from that old Sith Lord's estate after they were assassinated. And we awaken back over at the Revanite compound.
You return. Dripping with the blood of the womb, you are reborn.
Your old life, everything you were,
All of it is dead, buried inside that cave.
What was that place? It was strange.
Darth Revan's shrine. Every piece of Revan's life that we've recovered is in that cave. It's the last thing initiates see before dying. Tell me how it feels. Your obligations have vanished. Your past no longer burdens you. How does it feel to see the world reborn?
It feels different. Just different.
So it should. You've done well. And I'm proud that you've begun your new life as a Revanite. Choosing allegiance to us, first of all. Take this gift to guide you in your new life. It will remind you of what you've become. Leave now, and may the Force make you strong.
Seems we passed our first trial.
You've completed the rite of death and rebirth. I have nothing more to teach you.
Now we must find our next elder.
Come forward. Speak to me. We're all students of Darth Revan, and I enjoy the company of initiates. I remember when I was like you. I remember my trials and the joy of killing in the Master's name. You're so fortunate.
How often does the Master ask that someone be killed?
The Master doesn't have to ask. He trusts me with that burden of judgment. I'm Ladra. Once the personal assassin of a Sith Lord, I am now the serene protector of the Master and his students. I contemplate Revan's teachings as I execute intruders and heretics. But I also guide initiates and help determine their trials.
Your wisdom must be great, Ladra. Will you share it?
Of course I will. That is how I honor the Master. Every Revanite's initiation includes a trial of the past, a rite to bind the initiate to Revan. Your rite will be very special. You will find the mask of Darth Revan, what he wore after becoming Sith. It's a powerful symbol of his greatness, long lost to us.
I'm always looking for a job.
Then I'm glad to put your skills to use. The mask is in a collection of antiquities possessed by my former teacher, the Sith Lord Grathan. It must be freed from that heretic, rescued in a rain of blood and death.
Stealing from a Sith Lord won't be easy to survive.
Revan faced death to achieve greatness, as will you. Speak to Torun, our curator. He'll give you the spiritual guidance you need and tell you where the mask is. When your journey's done, bring the mask to me. Good luck. Welcome the peace that comes with serving the Master.
Yeah, I think I already faced my trial of death. Never mind.
What have we got here? I wasn't expecting a visit from any initiates, but you're welcome to stay and talk, in any case. I'm Torun, devoted servant of the Master and student of Revan. What can I do for you?
I'm searching for Darth Revan's mask. I'm told you can help.
So, Ladra sent you. She wants me to ritually prepare you for contact with Revan's mask, eh? A pointless ceremony. Ladra's devoted to the Revanites. She's also obsessed with that mask. Says it talks to her. Ladra wants the mask to represent everything Revan ever was, but he wasn't just Sith. Before his rebirth, he was both Sith and Jedi.
All I want is to finish this initiation.
Don't be short-sighted. You must understand what's going on. It's tempting to seek answers in material objects. Ladra will use the mask to teach that Revan was a being of only darkness. I don't want that mask becoming our Order's sole focus. Bring it to me. I'll keep it safe among a few like-minded scholars.
What about my initiation?
I'm sure Ladra promised a grand reward for the mask. I can't match it, but I can promise your initiation will proceed smoothly. Will you help me preserve the real Revan? Or will you let Ladra overshadow everything with a Sith relic?
Can't promise anything right now.
I understand, but I hope you'll think this through. I don't have to tell you to be careful, but may the Force be with you. May it keep you strong and guide your return.
So both Tarun and Ladra would like this mask of Darth Revan. Both promise that our initiation will go smoothly. And to be fair, we're only doing this for the primary contract of locating this master.
Welcome. Please select an available travel route.
We'll get ourselves back over to the wall. We are now ready to go into Lord Graffin's estate. But we'll leave that for next time, as I mentioned before, there is quite a lot to do there. What we will do before we take a break is look into that heroic mission. The one offered by Lord Shalaf.
Interested in a small task? It involves matching your strength against a great beast for credits. My idiot apprentices got themselves killed during a simple ritual, and they still have the runes I entrusted to them. They just had to summon a dark side beast, a Sith spawn, and bring it to me. I even researched the artifact to bind it. Could you help?
Summoning dark creatures sounds like Sith business.
Once you have the artifact, even you could summon a Sith spawn. Oh, you'll need to subdue the Sith spawn before the artifact can bind it.
I bet it ain't blaster-proof.
Get the runes from my apprentices' bodies and take them to the archway in the jungle. The artifact is hidden there. It'll guide you. Well, don't just stand there. Go and get my Sith spawn.
She should have really prepared us for this ritual. Informed us that there is more involved in summoning this creature. But no matter. We have the entrance to Lord Graffin's estate, just beyond the bridge here.
Grathan's estate should be just over this bridge. We don't want to get trapped there. Everything I've dug up about Grathan is seriously disturbing, even for a Sith.
Lovely! But we're not going to be heading that way just this moment. Head along the jungle trail here. And this will soon become a heroic region. We need to find the 5 apprentices of Lord Shalaf, each of them carrying a rune capable of being used in the ritual to summon the Sith spawn. And here's one of the apprentices already. Unfortunately, someone has already... Yeah, they're already claiming some of the runes themselves. Oh well, while we wait.
You're gonna get it now.
Decent amount of experience for fighting the jungle creatures here. So that was the Rune of Passion. These jungle creatures are capable of rending our armor. Yeah, the Sleen here. They can burrow into our armor. another apprentice here. Claim the Rune of Freedom. And the third apprentice here. The Rune of Power.
I'm not just the pretty sidekick, Buster. That hurts so much.
And we have claimed the Rune of Strength. Ah, bloody hell. I was hoping we weren't going to end up in the river, but so be it. Oh, I keep forgetting we can bloody break down these creatures for parts. I don't normally take bioanalysis and biochemistry. I keep forgetting what we can loot. Now that we have...
These carvings? Who'd have thought the Sith were so big on statues?
Oh no, they like monuments to their glory. Now that we have all 5 of the relics, we can now use them in this ritual to summon a Sith spawn. This ancient altar. So, We have the 5 runes. Now, we are not Sith. And so therefore we do not know, or we have not been trained in the Sith code. But I suppose we could argue that we would have researched our employers. Therefore we could have found out about the Sith code here. Peace is a lie. There is only passion. Through passion, I gain strength. Through strength, I gain power. Through power, I gain victory. Through victory, my chains are broken. The Force shall free me. Ah, lovely. Sith Spawn has a 25% chance to resist Force abilities.
You have your reward. Our business is concluded.
Excellent. That was Lord Shalaf thanking us for a job well done. And a new helmet. Excellent. Very well. While we're here, before we head back to the wall, let's just remind myself that the world boss definitely here is here in the heroic region. Another ruined temple, it seems, but I think over here... Yeah, the Fen of the First. Oh, there it is. An ancient Yorsk. Who is terrifying. And also overwhelming. How very interesting. Okay, but let's head back over to the wall now. So, we shall take a break here. When we come back, we'll be heading over to Lord Graffin's estate. Looking into this Mask of Revan. And we're also looking for the Admiral's daughter. To deal with her before the Dark Council decide to send someone to eliminate Lord Graffin. And therefore the Admiral's life and his family may be forfeit. Thank you all for joining me once again with even more Star Wars The Old Republic. As always, feel free to leave a comment if you so wish, and hopefully I'll see you for even more next time. Until then, no, take care. Bye bye now.